Yo, what's up, guys? This is the Valentine's Day edition of the Obama's Last Name podcast, and I'm here with Michael DiGirolamo,
Hello.
Michael Ullery,
What's up, gang?
and Elena McGuire,
Hi.
and of course, me, Matthew Franks. Let's go. All right, so who wants to talk about country with the most points, which is China?
Me. Making 723 points. Amongst growing rivalries between the U.S. and China, the military spending of both countries and their allies are increasing above the usual growth rate of the economy. Across the U.S. and its allies, Australia, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and the Philippines, total defense budgets increased by about 7.44% from about $984 billion to over $1.05 trillion between 2022 and 2023. Taiwan itself has increased its defense budget by $3 billion, or 20%, fearing an imminent invasion from China. On the Chinese side, China and Russia upped their military investments by 2.6% last year, from about $416 billion spent in 2022 to $427 billion in 2023. According to the Intro to World Politics textbook, having a military buildup and having more hawkish leaders does not make war inevitable or necessarily more likely even. All it does is decrease the bargaining range for the hawkish countries, allowing for less wiggle room if an accident were to occur. So these actions by both governments affect us by increasing our chances of a conflict that escalates with China, but does not guarantee it. In different news, the U.S. Senate recently grilled the CEO of TikTok on if he had any ties to China or the CCP. The lifelong Singaporean national was asked different versions of these questions 3 times, in which he stated with more and more anger that he was not Chinese and had no ties to the CCP each time. The Singaporean embassy in Washington called it pure ignorance and disgraceful to make such comments. One of the biggest reasons that the Senate is making such statements is the upcoming election season. We have learned that a leader's primary goal is to stay in power, and upcoming election season will cause leaders to pay more lip service to the electorate, even when it goes against the interests of others. As such, these questions are to help the senators seem to their voters more protective of them against China and help them get reelected next year.
All right, so our country with the highest 3-day change was Senegal. It's up 1,967%. Senegal, usually a beacon of democracy in West Africa, may have the first stirrings of a dictator taking charge of the country instead. Macky Sall, the current president of Senegal, was up for re-election in February, only for him to push it back to December of this year, an unprecedented move in the country's history. Furthermore, his political opponents have been put in jail, and most opposition parties were barred from running. These moves have caused nationwide protests in which riot control has reportedly already killed 3 people. Macky Sall claims that he's trying to bring back stability to the country, but this does not seem to match his actions considering that Senegal was already a stable democracy before he took power. This leaves leader-based explanations for war as the only answer. This is most likely a gambling for resurrection attempt, as if he believed he could not win the next election, his best bet would be take it by force and try to keep it for longer, as he would have the same outcome of losing power if he lost anyways. This could have drastic consequences for the rest of Africa, depending on how it plays out. If the people are able to stay true to democracy, then other countries in the region will most likely second-guess about trying to turn to a dictatorship as well. If this attempt at power works out, then other regions will probably see this as an example to follow if democracy is no longer serving the leader's interests.
We'll be right back with this commercial break.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Raid Shadow Legends.
All right.
This podcast has been sponsored by Blank Express, a simple way to send a piece of blank in the box around the world.
Blank means
Boop.
it.
Sorry, Mr. Williams.
Le poo-poo.
Yeah. If you have an ex and you don't like them anymore for various reasons, you can send them a smelly surprise, as quoted by the website. The first step you got to do is you choose an animal. There's various types of animals, and they all have different types of excrement. Today we offer organic, wet horse poop.
Adding a realism to getting shit on.
I'm reading directly off the website, guys. Second step, give us an address. We deliver packages to all countries in the world, directly to the recipient. We use the National Postal Service.
Yeah, we love the U.S. Postal Service.
And they love us.
And they love us.
And they love shit too.
3 is you pick a sticker. Do you prefer plain, simple, or a non-telling package? Or how about adding a big smiley face sticker so the recipient gets excited to open up the box?
Who doesn't like a happy poo?
Yes, I get excited whenever there's a mysterious 5-pound object on my doorstep that has a drawn-on smiley face.
Is there a flaming option?
Oh, yeah. So, also, you're going to stay 100% anonymous throughout the entire time. From payment to delivery, we never reveal your identity, even if you pay by credit card or PayPal, so your ex will never know.
Seems legal.
They would never know the person that sent them 5 pounds of excrement.
Yeah, maybe the person that...
Bad word.
I'm gonna have to learn how to bleep stuff
You're going to have
out.
to bleep so many things out.
I don't know how to bleep things yet, but I'll figure it out.
You'll have to. You have 2 days.
But wait, guys, the best part is, right now we're offering a deal where you can send a box full with gluten-free kosher horse shit for as low as $16.95 with free worldwide shipping.
Or for
Damn,
free, you
that's
could just
cheap.
shit in a box.
And
but
the most recent order was 38 minutes ago, so we are currently a very active service.
so active. So exciting.
Oh,
So
yeah.
shitty.
Thank you to our sponsors, and let's get back to the podcast. Welcome back from our commercial break, and we are returning to the country with the least points brought in, El Salvador, with 0 points. The last news was that on February 6th, the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, was re-elected to office in a landslide victory vote. He came to prominence in 2019 as a social media campaigning genius, innovating in ways to reach out to voters that were not used by other politicians at the time. He was successfully voted in to become president in 2020, becoming El Salvador's youngest ever president. From there, he made many notable changes. The most important of them was trying to fix the gang/cartel problem in the country. At one point, the gang activity was one of the highest in the world, so people took a liking to Bukele's promises on cracking down harder on crime than any other president before him. He stayed true to his word and immediately went on the offensive, jailing thousands of suspected gang members, which caused the people to love him as a president. At this point, he made many controversial changes to society that made him more and more loved by the people, but also kind of a dictator. He broke the checks and balances system in his country and took over 90% of the country's power away from the legislative and judicial branch and started flagrantly going against the Constitution of El Salvador. However, he did this with the sole purpose of putting more criminals away in prison. He went on a spree and jailed more than 1% of El Salvador's entire population, which caused heavy international scrutiny, but the people loved this move too. The re-election this year is proof of that. However, this bodes well for foreign cooperation is up in the air. However, in the book, the question of would you rather have a hostile democracy or a friendly dictatorship is posed, and the following results are drawn. The U.S. is more likely to want a friendly dictator, as seen by CIA meddling in Latin America in the past. However, in the long run, a stable democracy is usually better for the people of the world and the country, even if it doesn't seem so in the moment. So despite helping many El Salvadorians in the country, in the long run, this could have drastic effects on the international world order.
Let's hear from Michael Ulleray. Woo! He said that so good. All right, I think we got our fan school strats up next about. And, I kind of passed the torch over to Elena. I don't really know what I'm doing too much. So, I mean, I did, but I'm just getting tired now. So.
Honestly, in the beginning of this time, I tried and I was putting teams and stuff in, and then senioritis took over, and I haven't touched it in a few weeks.
That's so real.
So that right now is our strategy, just to leave it as the team that we once had it. And as long as we beat Williams again for the third time,
Which is a
we'll
lot
be
easier.
happy.
It's a lot easier than we thought it would be, to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, he talked so much to talk
Yeah,
about it.
Need to get your bread up, Williams.
Mm-hmm.
We
Zero
crushed
bread.
him.
Your French family is starving with no bread.
Why?
All right. This is our next segment. The one we always have is what has Obama been up to? So Obama was all like, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. So mid of him. He should have been a hater like the rest of us. MVP, of course, Patrick Mahomes. Definitely won that game for him. He was fire, but still hate him. Coach Reed, Travis Kelce, all of them. Travis Kelce totally beat up Coach Reed. He really took that.
Oop.
What? Oh, cut that out. And then they got the Lombardi Trophy and what have you. Not fun, not epic. Brock Purdy did not save us. It's a very sad day for anyone who dislikes Taylor Swift out there. All right. According to the Loop Press, Alex Jones said Obama smells like sulfur. Now, this is not controversial. This is obvious. He's a sulfur-looking guy, to be honest. You can just see it on him. So yesterday, Loop Press came up with the theory that this must be because Barack Obama is actually a demon. Yeah, I see where they're going with this. Which explains why he was such a great president and speaker, because he was actually supernatural this whole time. It just makes so much sense. The lizard people, I bet, the underground, whatever. I mean, have you seen Obama? He looks so young. There's no way.
And if Alex Jones says it, it has to be right.
Of course, he was right about the gay frogs. Like, how could he be wrong about anything else after that?
Yeah, I would
Not
always
about
trust him as a news source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Especially with any like high schools and anything in that demeanor.
Elementary school.
Oh, yeah, it's elementary school.
So if any of you guys really love the direction that this article is going, go to www.looppress.com /is Barack Obama the real Lord of the Flies /
That's so real, bro.
It's a great read.
Can't wait
Yeah.
to read that. Definitely already read it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Read it multiple times, front to back.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it.
Can recite it.
That's so real. All right, Mr. Owens, you still owe us donuts, broski. It's been a while. We're already making the next podcast. So that's where all the bread needs to go that you're not making. To the donut place. All right, conclusion. Let's see about that.
We're winning against
We're
Mr.
winning
Williams,
against you.
and that's all that matters.
I'm winning in my own heart, my own mind.
It's about the journey we made along the way.
Exactly. Is it really about the winning or the friends that we may or may not be happy with and what have you? And what else? What else is there?
Very elegantly put, Matthew.
Friends, family, the family we have, and the hearts and the mind of the people. And what else? What else?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, it is
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. The hearts and the minds, bro. I love Obama.
All right.
He's
This
so
has
bad.
been
He's
the-
so bad. Not
This
as
has
bad as
been-
Michael Ullery though.
Thank
He's
you,
so
Matthew.
bad.
This has been the Why is
Look at him
Obama's
over there.
Last Name podcast. This is the conclusion now. I have been Michael Ullery, joined by my fellow co-hosts, Michael DiGirolamo,
Signing out.
Elena McGuire,
Bye.
Matthew Franks.
Yo,
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Matthew Franks.
you're welcome.
Goodbye.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is...